Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress Let's Play, and well, we are into episode 3, and we're going to begin with a little bit of expanding on our food industry that we had to begin with. So bearing in mind we've got pretty much a flowing river, I've built some fisheries, so that's B, W and F. Actually no, F is a metal forge. Let's not get that right, it's B, W and Z. H! Ha! I get there in the end, B, W, H. So that's what I built here, so 2 fisheries, and these are 2 kitchens, so again, that is B, W and Z, I believe. W and Z, so yeah, 2 kitchens there, and 2 farmers' workshops there. You can build them just however you like. I'm going to set up the storage area, and what I'm going to do here, this is going to be my rotten fish. So Q and S, and I would just want purely unprepared fish. So this is the smelly area of my workshops. Over on the kitchen, again I just want food, but I just want fat, which is probably gonna never need anywhere near that much, but I just want fat for now anyway. We could change it later. For the kitchen, to be honest, the farmer's workshop, you could have all sorts, because you can farmer's workshops are kind of good to be up top, because you can milk creatures and all that, but I'm probably not going to be doing milking, so I'm not really going to be making cheese. I don't plan on doing it anyway, at least. But I'm more interested in keeping this as like a spare food area. Anything can go in that sort of bit. I just want like spare food areas here, because there's nothing worse than running out of space for food, which will happen to you later on when you've really built lots of farms. I'm purposely keeping this still area open and this area so I can, well, I mean, I can dig anywhere really if I want to, but just in case that I need it for anything else. Aha, we've stuck some more stone, okay. I'm actually experimenting, and I'm digging out, like I did mention. So as you can see, all I've done really is a pretty straightforward grid. I'm just expanding out to sniff out the territories and see what metal patterns that are in the area. Grid at a time. We're just going through. As they pick up the gems, they're coming out and collecting them, taking the gems through. They're both pretty much legendary now, so they're just motoring on through. Oh, seriously? You're going to stop and go all the way around to come round and do that? He is. He's going to come back down here now. Yeah, some good pathing right there. Oh dear. Anyway, we're going to let them keep digging it out. I'm basically going to continue that whole grid across that whole Z level. And of 1 through 7 Z level, and continue it out. So I'm trying to find if there's anything else in the area. So it's just more Gabaro. I've just also bought, created, made, whatever you want to call it. I told my crafts dwarf shop, which is down here. I've just told them to make a couple more wooden bolts. It's simply A and it's the W, and make bolts, because my hunter had actually run out of bolts. That will happen quite often. Just keep on top of it. If you're not hearing any twanging noises, chances are you've run out of wooden bolts. Pretty straightforward. Actually run out of furniture store. I said this had happened because mainly for the fact it's all fluxstone. I'm not really using the fluxstone. So I could probably do with dumping some of that, but I don't want to dig any more just yet. Not until I'm paused. I don't want to be paused. Not until these guys dig out the whole area. I want to kind of expand and find something before I get my miners digging more stuff out. I do need more furniture stores, but I don't really need more furniture yet. It'd be more a case of preparing it. Yeah, I see my dwarves are getting pretty tired out. Oh, I built a load of containers. I like to give my I don't want pigtail bags. I like to give my dwarves a lot of containers. You build that at Mason's workshop. It's H, I think it's this container. Actually, it's actually coffers. When I say containers, it's coffers. So I don't want to use the bags, the pigtail bags, because that'll be used in my sand collection. So I want to keep the bags. It's annoying that I can't tell it to not keep selecting onto this pigtail bag. Maybe I can. Deselect? No. No, I can't. I don't know. Maybe someone could tell me, I'm sure. Yeah, I just want to use that. So that's coffers basically. You can do the same for cabinets. It's good to have coffers and cabinets. And again, it's at the masonry, so it's A and F, I believe, cabinet. Yeah. So I want a load of cabinets built as well. So that'll keep them happy. That'll keep the masons occupied. Stone crafters occupied, should I say? No, they are masons. Masons for their stone crafters for the craft dwarf shop, isn't it? Yeah. So both my miners are now up to legendary status already. They've actually not dug out that singular tunnel, but I'll let them go. I'm hoping I'm going to find some more ore, but I will continue on digging. While I continue digging, is we need to get some nest boxes out, which is something I actually forgot. Nest boxes are made in your Craft Dwarf workshop. They are rock. Actually, they could be anything really. You could make them out of anything you like, but we just want nest boxes. I only really want about 4 or 5, something like that. I actually don't have that many chickens. You could leave them to roost for longer, leave them to lay eggs, etc. Which is basically the way we'll do it. We'll build the nest boxes in this area as soon as they're up and ready. And if you wanted to, you could leave the eggs by way of removing eggs from all of your food stockpiles. So simply in, for example, if I show you in here, if we go into Q and S, on the food stockpile, all we'd do is just forbid the eggs, so it'd go grey, and that would basically prevent food collection. You'd have to do it on every single one that you've got food collection on, but yeah, it's as simple as that. And that way we'll basically leave the eggs will hatch, they will generate many more hens or ducks or whatever they are. They really do have a lot as well. I mean, literally, I think you'll have like 8 from one singular hen. So you'll suddenly have like, boom, masses and masses and masses of these bloody chicks everywhere. And yeah, it can really quite be crazy, but gotta be frank, I don't think you need that many. Even when you get like crazy amounts of dwarves, unless you're using some sort of crazy food system that uses it desperately, you shouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, we'll get those nest boxes built, which are let's see if I can see any. I don't think they've done any yet, has he? No, he's just started on them. So as soon as we see some guy eventually set up there. So we're digging out this area as well. I've expanded the grid. Looks like they've completed it. Oh, not quite. They're just doing the bottom down here. So they're digging out. Yeah, so I'm going to continue doing this grid. As you can see, I mean, all I'm doing is literally a grid formation. It's a pretty big grid, so I'm kind of hoping if I'll miss the small veins, but as you can see, it's pretty much catching most of the stuff. And all I've done, you can look on Magma Wiki, there's like crazy amounts of different ways of doing it. I kind of want to get over in the corner there though, so I'll probably just continue on over this way. So all I'm doing is literally going there, pressing enter, holding shift and going left, 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 and that'll do. There's no mathematical crazy equations going into my exploration. It's simply a case of that's a nice square, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm just expanding it like that. Simple as that. That's, if anyone was looking and thinking, how's he doing that? How's he calculating it to be so so amazing? I'm pretty sure nobody thought that. So there we go. So we're just going to keep expanding. I kind of want to go over to the side, which is why I'm going that way more than down here. So yeah, I'm still striking this tetrahydrite, however it's pronounced. I'm pretty well known for butchering names, so I can live with it. Right, so have we got any nest boxes? Doesn't look it. Not yet. He's continuing to do. I've got one guy repeat on rock crafts, and another guy was doing rock pots. I've probably got enough rock pots, but you really can never have enough rock pots. What I actually need is more storeroom, which I may turn these into. As you expand this area, I mean, you can easily just go, "Oh, my miners are great. They can dig all of this out, no problem." They need drink and food. So you can actually get the water skins for them. It's pretty good. So when the trader comes along, that's something to consider, especially if you're having to really have a look around the map. If you're having to dig around large areas, you could also obviously find caverns this way pretty easily. In fact, there you go. So that guy wants water. They get pretty dedicated to their mining, so sometimes they kind of forget. And if they're too far away, certainly if they're way, way deep, then yeah, I mean, even now you can see he's having to go a long way. Every single one of these is classed as a grid, whereas obviously just up and down is the same spot, so he's going to have to go all the way up to here now and come and grab a drink. And there he is, grabbing his liquid, and then he'll carry on his job. He'll probably decide he's tired or something. Things are actually running pretty slowly, mainly because I am encoding, so I'll put a stop to that, and things will probably speed up somewhat. There you go, look at that. If that doesn't show you what how much encoding processing power is required, I don't know what does. I've also had a load more migrants. I've had another wave of 11 migrants, so we're actually up to 21, so I really do need more bedrooms now. Yeah, I definitely need to dig out these bedrooms. So hopefully they'll get them out while investigating. I'm trying not to expand too crazily quickly. But I really do need to try and find some iron, hopefully. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. It's a bit of a waste of all the fluxstone that I've got. You can basically tell... oh, we've got our first caravan come, by the looks of it. Yeah, he's from... the Outpost Liaison's arrived. Okay, so we're going to need to get a trade depot built. So B, and it's capital D. Where should we have it built? Should we have it over around about here somewhere? Probably going to do some sort of entrance up that way. Yeah, that'll do. We'll build it out of Gabbro. That's fine. I've also made another zone here. Another pen and pasture. Because the creatures obviously arrived. Like I mentioned, these two water buffalo, yak cows. Look at that big mud area they've just eaten out themselves. Just those two. So yeah, I might consider just slaughtering those completely. They're probably not really going to make much use of them. Oh, he's fighting a bull moose. Where is it? It's up in the top corner here. He was up in the top corner here. Looks like he's chasing it, or pursued it, or gone somewhere with it. So here is, you see the guys that they're sat here. They're waiting for me to finish building. As soon as they get this trade depot done. It's not desperate, like I say. I always tend to leave it until the first guy arrives, so you don't need to build it. It's a lot of people in tutorials said to actually build it like with the first thing they build. There's just no need. It's a waste of time and effort. And then again, I'd probably waste time doing other things. Who knows? So we also want to get our wall built. We've got a few idlers, so I'm going to make. I've got quite a few miners, masonries, but I'm going to make a bunch more masons. So that way we'll get our wall built quicker. So for a wall, it's B, capital C, to go to wall, floor, ramp, etc. And we want walls. Now I'm going to actually build it along the same lines of this fort underneath. Primarily for if, by any chance, I want a moat, I will know that I'm not going to dig through. I've been caught out by that, and I'm sure you may get caught out by doing the exact same thing. You'll accidentally plough on down, going, yeah, let's have this great big epic moat, and then you go, oh shit, I've just dug straight into my XYZ room or something. So be careful you don't do that. As you can see, I'm going slightly longer because of the fact that I am going to make a sort of semi-entrancey type thing over here, type deal. So we will not be able to put that there. We need the trees out of the way, but they can Wow, I just epic failed on that, didn't I? Yeah, and it's right recorded. I could delete it, but you know. So let's just remove that. So that's how easy it is to make mistakes when you're trying to talk. Talk and play. You do lose a little bit of concentration. Actually, saying I lose a concentration, it actually kind of helps me concentrate. Perhaps I've just talked too bloody much anyway. Who knows? I'm sure people at work would probably say that. Well, that's what they get for working with a commentator. I just wish that was my full-time job. I don't know, commentating something, football maybe. Games, computer games would be ideal. So here comes my traders. So we need to request our trader. We don't have a broker, so I'll set that up in a moment. And we want to move our goods here. If you don't use someone that's actually good at an actual broker, you will. They won't really be able to know the value of things. So we've got a competent appraiser. He's actually my expedition leader, so we're going to have him. So he'll be my broker. Doesn't require anything as a broker. He's already got a bedroom, and he's already got a chest, but he doesn't really require anything. I could actually have oh, brilliant! I've got an adequate record keeper. He will require something, so we'll set him up in a moment as well. So that's going to request my my guy to come up here. I actually think it might be the miner on this particular layout build that has those social abilities. It is Etur. And yes, indeed, he is. So what we'll do is we'll change his nickname to Acid UK, because I'm going to call my dwarfs after people that request names, basically, but also people that I know from various things. So, he's already up here. So, okay, so just bringing the goods up. So we've brought the goods up. So let's trade with him. We'll show you the first trade. So, what do we have? Well, we've got a bin full of materials. This is how good it is, because look at all these things all inside one finished goods bin. So again, there's tons and tons and tons. If you didn't have these bins, you'd have to bring them all up individually. I think I only had like 3 bins, didn't I? So I've not got like crazy amounts of stuff. Silver bars. Well, we definitely don't need the silver bars. We've got silver ore. We don't need raw glass. We don't need any of that because we can get it ourselves. We can collect that. Clay as well, the same, but we don't need any of that. Ropes, probably quite handy to have a rope or two. If I say want to build a well or put a couple more, I don't know. We'll actually have some water skins as well. These were what I was mentioning earlier. Get some water skins for our dwarfs. They'll come and pick them up. You can get cages, etc. They'll have animals in, so that's going to have an animal in it. It's got a stray guinea cock in there. Steel mini forges. The theory behind the toys, which is what that is your children when they're born, and they'll grow up. They'll play with the toys, and they'll get better skills if they use that toy. I think that's the rough sort of upshot of it. That's kind of the guesstimate in what people have done. What they've said, I don't know whether that's actually true theory, whether Toadie's come out and said that. God only knows. I don't know. Someone could maybe do some checking on that one. So steel crossbow, that would be pretty nice. Steel breastplate, that would be very nice. Gonna get that. That's a pretty good quality steel breastplate as well. A steel buckler as well. So we're gonna have like one guy potentially set up pretty early here. I could probably do again some cloth and leather and stuff, but frankly the first visit I think I just want one guy that's, you know what, I'm probably not going to be able to buy much else with this now. That's pretty much do you think I could get that steel crossbow? Do you know how good a trader do you think this guy is? Do you think he's going to let me? That would only give him 40 profit. I think he's going to say, yeah, no. Trade. Nah. He's like, no. Wow, this guy's got some steel gauntlets and everything as well. Steel left gauntlet, steel right gauntlet. Jeez. He's got some good stuff. See, what I really should be doing is buying this leather and this silk, etc. But no, I'm greedy. I'm a greedy dwarf, and I want that. He's not going to let me have that. So we'll see what we can get away with. Steel helm, a steel buckler, and a steel breastplate would go a long, long way for my initial defences. Just one dwarf, that's all I need require for the armaments. I'm going to remove some of these ropes and see if he'll go with that. That's 500 trade, no. No, he's not really going for it, is he? Remove that, no. 640. It's saying excess weight, 29. I wonder if that's to do with it. I'm not trading in enough in the weight. It's not really the profit. I wish I could take so much, but my animals. Okay, so it's saying yeah. So because I'm not taking enough off him, he won't take it. Okay, how about that? With your trade goods such as they are, I can't fathom ending up with this much now. So it's not so much the weight now. It's now the. I wonder if I just knock off that one, and that's. Oh God! Right. Okay. This will fix his weight issue, surely. Ah, balls to ya. No, he's not having any of it, is he? So we need to remove something. Bugger. I really wanted all of those pieces, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with it. Steel breastplate I'm keeping, steel buckler. Let's get rid of the steel helm. Let's have something else. Steel crossbow instead. Trade. Oh God, the weight. Pigtail fibercloth bag. No. No, we want leather. Yes. Okay, there we go. Well, it's a definite thing. I mean, good lord, that's the dwarves there. They're bringing some really nice steel. Really nice steel to me there. If only I had a lot more rock crafts, I'd have really tried to hoover up that whole sort of whole trade caravan, but it's not to be. So you can see the farms. This is what I was saying. It's really, you don't need much more than that. They'll pretty much fill lots and lots and lots of barrels with food for that much. If anything, I've got enough rock pots. I probably have. I've got lots. They're actually starting to spread it all out as well for various different things that I've got set up there. They've built the fishery, which means I must have had a fisherman. Oh, they haven't built it. Actually, I'm talking rubbish. They built the farmers' workshops. Farmers' workshop, I don't really need to do anything there yet. I don't need to process anything. I just don't want it at the moment. This guy's continuing to hunt. How is the exploration going? It's going swimmingly, to be honest. I will continue expanding it. That's what I shall do. I don't know. What do you guys want showing? Maybe we could ask that, but probably. The fact is, I'm recording these. Oh shit! I'm near the edge of the thing. I was hoping I'd have found something by now. Maybe I have to go down. Maybe I'll drill down in the corners or something. Go down the layers. That sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Perhaps do another level over that way. Yeah, that's the corner. I was hoping I'd have found more by now. Oh, I've got rock crystal. Rock crystal is used for clear glass, I believe, or some form of glass. I may be wrong with that, but I'm pretty close to being sure. Is it clear glass or it's crystal glass? Crystal glass. I think crystal glass is bugged. I think it is. So maybe that's not so good after all. Oh well. So we're going to expand on bedrooms. I will do that in the break because you probably don't need to see me doing that. Also built some cabinets, which is B and F, and you can place those just like that in the bedroom, and that is pretty much all I would put in a bedroom as well. So he's basically giving each dwarf a chest so he can put his clothes in there instead of sprawling them on the floor, which they do later on. They'll collect all sorts of random shit, and you do that, and they'll also put it in the cabinet. And we've gone into our next season, so seems as good a place as any to stop.